Where were you born and educated?
Well, I was born in Puerto Rico, and I went my college, my undergraduate degree is from the University of Puerto Rico in marine biology, and then I received my master's and PhD in anthropology and human ecology from Rutgers University in New Jersey.
What key life experiences or jobs have formed who you are today?
Well, I think being an anthropologist has been very, very important to me because that's what I got, my PhD. And right after I got my degree, I was able to get a job. So I've been working in teaching for, over 20 years now. So for me, having those experiences, but also for me, growing up in the Caribbean, I think I learned to appreciate a lot about things, especially Old San Juan, which is one of the most beautiful cities of the Caribbean. Every time I go to Puerto Rico, I have to go to San Juan to see, a lot of the things.
How did you become passionate and involved in your city?
Well, in Phoenix, I've been doing some work with I've been basically working with some of the communities, a lot with the Mexican American communities. They have activities. The city is the context, it's the environment. But I'm looking also how people utilize urban space, which is very, very important because I think their public space is very limited. There are many regulations that dictate how people should use or who are the ones who are able to use that urban space. So I'm looking into that. Talk about the cities, how people feel about living in this kind of environment, which is very unique because this is a desert environment. People have to struggle with water here, with energy is a big thing too. So we have to really manipulate this environment to be able to survive.
What causes, projects, and activities are you involved in? Why?
Well, I'm right now working a little bit with, all my research now has to do, it's not really here. I'm working in Mexico, but not in this region right now. At some point I would like to do more research. I think there is a larger Puerto Rican community here who came and, they adopted this region now. But they're all spread out, so it's not just one particular community. So I would like to do more research on that, just the changing coming from an island and then moving to this big city. I would like to see how people deal with that process of adaptation, what kind of strategies they use, how they build, for example, like their social networks. I think those are really, really key important. Where do they find, for example, Puerto Rican food, because this is not a very commonplace, or organizations. I know there are few Puerto Rican organizations. People do get together, has some kind of social events and stuff like that, which actually kind of helps to create cohesion in the community. So I'm very interested more in the human aspect of cities and the creative economies, also what kind of things people do to be able to survive, like the arts, and also like the informal economies.
How do you collaborate with other groups and individuals to realize your impactful work?
Well, I do work a lot with other colleagues here who are working in cities. Like I work with the School of Sustainability. We have kind of part of the Leadership Academy. We have a group working on cities, trying to come up with some ideas of how ASU could actually kind of develop like some kind of organization where all the faculty could go to, because we are all spread out in different schools. So everybody who will work on cities, we think there should be a specific place for us to go.
What other creators who are focused on similar causes, projects, and activities have influenced you?
A lot of the people who are working, for example, here in the city, also with the Latino community, with other ethnic communities, I think those are the people that influence me. But I think my advisors, although they were not really working on cities, I think they do have a lot of interest in cities at some point, and I think that really kind of influenced me.
What would you recommend I do to become a future creator of my own city?
I think you probably need to kind of look at the communities. I think look at communities, look at what people are doing, because there is a lot of things. Look at the challenges that people have to go through, having access, for example, to a supermarket, or to healthy food, or to, there are all these different neighborhoods that are segregated by gender, class, and ethnicity, not so much gender, but class and ethnicity. And you have to look like, the disparities of people having access, for example, to quality of food, or people having access to transportation and things like that. So I will, for you, maybe just get involved with like a community organization working here. I think that would be a really good opportunity.